Pause and pay attention if you're a male over 60. If you've been told to eat more vegetables for your health, listen closely, because one of the vegetables in your refrigerator right now might be the source of your declining energy, enlarged prostate, and waning erections. You could be losing your masculinity, not because you're getting old, but because you've been eating what society has told you is healthy. I'm Dr. Sarah, a urologist and men's health specialist. After over 20 years of helping men regain their vitality, I've seen that the most powerful solutions are found on your plate, not in a pill bottle. What if I told you that certain vegetables, yes, vegetables, are packed with substances that can increase female hormones in your body and cause artery stiffness? Subscribe now, because this is research-backed information that often gets overlooked in a standard doctor's visit. In today's video, I'll reveal the 3 so-called healthy vegetables you should stop eating right away, and 3 forgotten heroes that science proves can help restore blood flow and support your prostate. The truth will change how you look at your veggies forever. I understand your concerns about changes you're experiencing. In my 20 years of practice, I've worked with thousands of men who thought aging was simply something that happened to them, rather than something they could actively influence through informed choices. Let me share Robert's story. He's 68, a retired electrician who'd been married to Helen for 42 years. Robert came to me already working well with his primary care physician and urologist. What he wanted was to understand why, despite following every health recommendation, eating more vegetables, exercising regularly, taking his medications, he still felt like his energy was draining away each month. I coordinated with his medical team, and together we looked at something most people never consider. Not just eating more vegetables, but choosing the right vegetables for his body's changing needs. Within 6 weeks, Robert noticed his morning energy returning. His doctor was pleased with his overall progress. Today, Robert continues both his medical care and this targeted nutritional approach, feeling more like himself again. Here's what happens in your body after 60 that makes vegetable choice so critical. Your hormonal system works like a finely tuned orchestra. As we age, certain instruments naturally play softer. Your testosterone production decreases by about 1 to 2% each year after 40, which is completely normal. However, some foods can act like a conductor, telling the wrong instruments to play louder, potentially drowning out the harmony your body needs. The wonderful thing is, once you understand which foods support your body's natural wisdom and which ones work against it, you can make choices that help you feel stronger and more vital. Let me start with the 3 vegetables you'll want to reconsider, beginning with one that might surprise you. The first vegetable, soy and soy products. Frank is 71, a former accountant and grandfather of 4. He came to me because his doctor had recommended adding more plant protein to support his heart health. Frank had been diligently drinking soy milk, eating edamame, and using soy protein powder daily. He was doing everything right medically, but he felt increasingly fatigued and noticed changes that concerned him. Here's what I discovered working with Frank and his physician. Soy contains compounds called phytoestrogens, specifically isoflavones. Think of these as keys that can fit into the same locks in your body that your natural hormones use. In small amounts, this isn't typically problematic. However, when consumed regularly in large quantities, these plant compounds can influence your body's delicate hormonal balance. Research from respected medical institutions shows that high soy consumption may affect testosterone levels in some men. In my practice, when patients reduce their daily soy intake while working with their doctors, they often tell me they notice improved energy and vitality within weeks. The key insight here isn't that soy is dangerous, it's that timing and quantity matter enormously for men over 60. If you enjoy soy foods occasionally, that's likely fine. But if you're consuming them multiple times daily as Frank was, you might consider moderating your intake. Frank worked with his doctor to find alternative protein sources like organic chicken, fish, and nuts. Within a month, Frank told me his energy felt more consistent throughout the day. His physician continued monitoring his heart health markers, which remained excellent with his new protein choices. The second vegetable, processed corn products. This brings me to Charles, 65, a retired firefighter who loved his morning routine. Charles would start each day with a healthy breakfast, including corn-based cereal, often have corn tortillas at lunch, and frequently snacked on corn chips he thought were better than potato chips. Charles's situation taught me something important about inflammation that I now discuss with all my patients. While fresh corn in moderation can be part of a healthy diet, processed corn products create a hidden problem in your body's chemistry. Your circulatory system works like a well-maintained plumbing system. As we age, this system needs extra support to maintain optimal flow and flexibility. Processed corn products are typically very high in omega-6 fatty acids, which your body converts into compounds that can promote inflammation when consumed in excess. Here's the critical point. Most men, over 60, consume far too much omega-6 relative to omega-3 fatty acids. This imbalance can contribute to arterial stiffness and reduced circulation, exactly what you don't want when you're trying to maintain energy and masculine vitality. Research from Cleveland Clinic confirms that rebalancing your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio helps support reduced inflammation and improved arterial flexibility. When patients make this adjustment with their doctor's knowledge, the improvements in how they feel often speak for themselves. Charles worked with his medical team to gradually replace processed corn products with foods rich in omega-3s like wild-caught fish, walnuts, and ground flaxseed. His doctor monitored his inflammatory markers, which showed encouraging improvement. Today, Charles still enjoys fresh corn occasionally, but he's eliminated the processed versions that were working against his health goals. The third vegetable, raw spinach in large quantities. Let me tell you about William, 69, a former postal worker and avid gardener. William had read about the benefits of leafy greens and decided to add a large spinach salad to both lunch and dinner every day. He was proud of eating healthy and felt he was doing everything right. After several months, William came to me because he felt his energy wasn't improving despite his excellent diet. When I coordinated with his doctor to run some tests, we discovered something important. William's zinc levels were lower than optimal, despite eating zinc-rich foods. Here's what was happening. Raw spinach contains high levels of compounds called oxalates. These compounds work like tiny magnets in your digestive system, grabbing onto important minerals like zinc before your body can absorb them. Zinc is absolutely crucial for men over 60 because it supports healthy testosterone production and immune function. The fascinating thing about spinach is that it's genuinely nutritious. The problem isn't the spinach itself, but how it's prepared. Cooking spinach for just a few minutes dramatically reduces oxalate levels while maintaining most of the beneficial nutrients. William made a simple change. He began lightly sautéing his spinach or adding it to soups and warm dishes. His doctor continued monitoring his zinc levels, which gradually improved. Within 2 months, William noticed his energy felt more stable, and he continues this approach today while maintaining his excellent relationship with his healthcare team. I'd love to hear about your experience with these foods. Have you noticed any changes when you've adjusted your vegetable intake? Share your story in the comments. Now, let me share the 3 forgotten vegetables that research shows can help restore vitality and support your masculine health. The first powerful vegetable. Beets. Daniel is 66, a retired mechanic and grandfather of 3, who came to me wanting to understand why his morning energy felt so different than it used to. Daniel was already working with an excellent physician and taking good care of his heart health, but he wanted to explore natural approaches that could complement his medical care. I introduced Daniel to something remarkable. Beets contain natural compounds called nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as your body's natural circulation enhancer. It helps your blood vessels relax and expand, allowing better blood flow throughout your system. This process becomes increasingly important as we age because our natural nitric oxide production decreases over time, which is completely normal. However, we can support this system through intelligent food choices. Research published in Clinical Interventions in Aging demonstrates that foods rich in natural nitrates, like beets, can help support healthy circulation and reduce markers of inflammation and oxidative stress, exactly what supports masculine vitality as we age. Daniel started having fresh beet juice 3 times per week and added roasted beets to his meals twice weekly. His doctor was supportive of this addition to his healthy lifestyle. Within a month, Daniel told me his morning energy felt more consistent. His physician was pleased with his continued progress, and Daniel maintains both his medical care and this natural approach today. The key with beets is consistency and proper preparation. Fresh beet juice, roasted beets, or even pickled beets all provide these beneficial compounds. Many men find that having beets 3 to 4 times per week gives them the best results. The second powerful vegetable, broccoli and cruciferous vegetables. This leads me to Thomas, 67, a former engineer who was concerned about maintaining his hormone balance as he aged. Thomas had read about declining testosterone and wanted to understand what he could do naturally to support his body's wisdom. Here's something remarkable about broccoli that most people never learn. It contains a compound called sulforaphane that acts like your body's natural cleanup crew for excess estrogen. As men age, we often accumulate more estrogen relative to testosterone, and this compound helps your liver process and eliminate excess estrogen more efficiently. Your hormonal system works like an organized filing system. Everything needs to be in the right place for optimal function. Sulforaphane helps ensure that estrogen doesn't accumulate where it shouldn't, allowing your natural testosterone to work more effectively. Large-scale analyses from respected institutions like the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center show that men who consume the most cruciferous vegetables have better prostate health outcomes compared to those who eat them less frequently. The crucial point about broccoli is preparation. Lightly steaming it for 3 to 4 minutes preserves the maximum amount of sulforaphane while making it easier to digest. Raw broccoli contains these compounds too, but many men over 60 find cooked broccoli gentler on their digestive system. Thomas began including steamed broccoli, cauliflower, or Brussels sprouts with dinner 4 nights per week. His doctor supported this addition to his healthy diet. Thomas noticed improvements in his energy and overall sense of well-being within 6 weeks, and continues this approach while maintaining excellent medical care. The third powerful vegetable, mushrooms, finally. Let me share Michael's story. He's 63, a retired sales manager and grandfather of 5, who wanted to understand natural ways to support his testosterone as he aged. Mushrooms contain compounds that help protect your existing testosterone from being converted into estrogen. There's an enzyme in your body called aromatase that naturally converts some testosterone into estrogen. While this process is normal, too much conversion can leave you with less testosterone available for energy, strength, and masculine vitality. Think of aromatase as a converter that can sometimes work too efficiently. Certain compounds in mushrooms, even common white button mushrooms, help moderate this enzyme's activity, essentially helping you keep more of the testosterone your body produces. Research from the Beckman Research Institute confirms that regular mushroom consumption can help support healthy hormone balance by influencing aromatase activity. This doesn't mean mushrooms increase testosterone production, but rather that they may help you maintain what you're already producing. Michael started including various mushrooms, portobello, shiitake, white button mushrooms in his meals 4 to 5 times per week. He sautéed them with olive oil, added them to soups, or grilled them alongside other vegetables. His doctor was pleased with his proactive approach to healthy aging. Within 2 months, Michael reported feeling more energetic and vital. His physician continued supporting his overall health strategy, which included both medical care and these targeted nutritional choices. What questions would you ask your doctor about adding these circulation and hormone-supporting vegetables to your routine? Comment below your questions. Help me create better content for our community. Here's something additional that many men find helpful. Quality sleep becomes even more crucial for hormone balance and recovery as we age. Research from the University of South Australia shows that certain foods can support better sleep quality in adults over 60. Foods rich in magnesium, like dark leafy greens and nuts, tart cherry juice, and even kiwi fruit have been shown to help improve sleep quality measures. When your body recovers properly during sleep, it supports healthy testosterone production and overall vitality. Let me give you a practical weekly plan that incorporates everything we've discussed. Monday, roasted beets with dinner, steamed broccoli as a side dish Tuesday, mushroom and vegetable stir-fry, small handful of walnuts for healthy omega-3s Wednesday, fresh beet and carrot juice, sautéed spinach instead of raw salad. Thursday, broccoli soup, portobello mushroom burger for lunch Friday, Brussels sprouts roasted with olive oil, beet, and arugula salad Saturday, cauliflower mash instead of potatoes, mixed mushroom omelette. Sunday. Steam vegetables of choice. Prepare fresh vegetables for the week. The key is consistency rather than perfection. Choose 2 or 3 of these vegetables to focus on initially, then gradually expand your choices as these become natural parts of your routine. Most men notice improvements in energy within 2 to 4 weeks of making these changes. Some feel differences sooner, others take longer. Both responses are perfectly normal. Your body's timeline for responding to nutritional changes is unique to you. I always encourage my patients to mention new dietary approaches to their healthcare providers. Most doctors appreciate when you take an active interest in supporting your health through nutrition, especially when you're working together toward common goals. Remember, these approaches are designed to support and complement your medical care, not replace it. The combination of good medical supervision and intelligent nutritional choices often provides the best outcomes for men over 60. The science behind these vegetables is encouraging, and the real-world results I see in my practice speak for themselves. When men make these targeted changes while maintaining their relationship with their healthcare team, they often rediscover energy and vitality they thought were gone forever. Your body has remarkable wisdom and resilience, even as it changes with age. By choosing foods that work with your natural hormone balance rather than against it, you're giving yourself the best opportunity to feel strong, energetic, and vital in the years ahead. These nutritional strategies work because they support your body's own systems rather than fighting against the natural aging process. You're not trying to turn back the clock, you're helping your body function at its best within its current stage of life. If this evidence-based approach resonates with you, please subscribe for more practical wellness education that honors your relationship with your healthcare provider. Share this with someone who values both natural wellness and medical expertise together. We can help more men discover that aging doesn't have to mean declining vitality. The path forward is about making informed choices based on solid science while working in partnership with healthcare professionals who understand your unique situation. Your doctor knows your complete health picture best, and these nutritional strategies can complement their expertise perfectly. Remember, small, consistent changes often produce the most sustainable results. Start with 1 or 2 vegetables that appeal to you most. Prepare them in ways you enjoy, and pay attention to how your body responds over the following weeks. Your journey towards sustained vitality is exactly that, a journey. Every positive choice you make is an investment in feeling your best for years to come.